Hello, my name is Jan Brunner. At Krannich, I'm responsible for sales in Central Europe. As promised a couple of weeks ago, we are now going to update you on what we are seeing on the European market concerning product availability, pricing, and the whole logistics issue out of Asia. At the beginning of the year, if you remember, we were talking about the shortage of glass for PV modules, of aluminium prices rising, and so on. We were all expecting the situation to change during the summer month, relaxing a bit and getting to a normal price situation during July, maybe August. At this moment, I'm speaking to you because we see a tendency that is not fulfilling our expectations. So at this very moment, we see that transport prices are on an all-time high, and also product prices for PV modules are increasing almost on a daily basis. What happens and why is this going on? Talking about PV, you have to look at what a PV module is being made from. So polysilicon is the biggest price driver at the moment. So raw material prices are increasing in general, but polysilicon is the biggest driver because it's the raw material that is used for the cell and hence later for the module. The worldwide demand is expected to grow to a level of around 200 gigawatts in 2021, which will be an all-time high. And at this moment, we see cell producers running with limited capacities because of a shortage of polysilicon. And this shortage is expected to be going on at least until the end of the year, maybe even further. So there is no reason why raw material prices should decrease on short notice at this moment. On the other hand, transportation prices are still on a very, very high level. So there is no drop. Between beginning of the year and now, we had this coincidence with the ship Ever Given, which was stuck in Suez Channel. It is expected that a quantity of up to 1 gigawatt of PV modules might be on this ship, which is a monthly quantity which Central Europe could use. So in total, this event produced a lack of availability, and it produced issues, for example, in the harbor of Rotterdam, where a long queue of ships has been or still is waiting. We have transport issues on land, so prices for transportation are increasing everywhere. Putting it together, we can talk about a price increase between 3 and 4 cents per watt peak only in the last 4 weeks. One of the biggest issues for us as a wholesaler is that often produced PV modules are then stuck in Asia and are not being forwarded to Europe because of the increasing transportation prices that have been growing during the days before. So we then have the option to either not accept the goods and leave them where they are, or taking them for a higher price to fulfill our orders. This is why during the last weeks we were getting more and more in contact with you, especially concerning bigger orders, that prices have been increasing for us on short notice and that not all deliveries might take place as expected. So our biggest urge at the moment is to fulfill the demand, because I believe in this year the European PV industry is running on an all-time high concerning demand, and some markets are pulling very, very much. If we look at the situation in general, this price increase and shortage is not only a PV issue. If you look at furniture, for example, or washing machines, dishwashers, whatever, electronics, you see that there is shortages wherever you look. It goes even so far that certain wood products increased their price really, really high during the last couple of weeks. So we are not the only industry affected. It is, in our opinion, a post-COVID issue that is affecting the whole world trade, that is not going as it used to go in the month before. If you look at it in your private life, you will also see that many services that were not available during the last couple of months led to a higher demand of consumption goods. So in total, the amounts that need to be shipped from Asia to Europe increased a lot, and we have the worst transportation situation at the moment that we could imagine. So there is a lot going on the side of the tier 1 manufacturers, for example. It will depend a lot on how pulling China will be if you look at the demand. So in the first half of the year, a lot of products stayed in Asia and were installed over there, and fewer shipments than expected went to Europe, which led to this shortage situation experienced by you. And we are expecting a more or less similar and maybe even a worse situation for the second half of the year. This is why I would recommend to you, don't expect a price drop. Calculate with the price increase. Get more expensive on the end customer side, as the whole supply chain before you does as well. We have to adapt pricing because obviously if module prices increase by 3 to 4 cents, we cannot cover this cost. For us, there is no chance to buffer these additional costs anyway, the same as the manufacturer or companies in the supply chain before them. So in the end, PV products for end customers will also get more expensive, and I can only suggest that you are getting in touch with your Krannich sales staff to allocate the right amounts of the right products that you need for the next couple of months. It is a very important thing to stay flexible as you can. Stick to mainstream products so that when one product is not available on short notice, you can switch to another one. We are trying our best to keep availability for you and to be able that if one product suddenly gets delayed, we can give you an alternative. It will not be possible in every situation. The whole industry is at this moment in a very, very special situation, and we all need to work together very, very well to make a good year out of it. So what are we doing? We try to negotiate module prices constantly. We try to fulfill the demand that we are experiencing on the market side, and sometimes we have to take modules which did not have the price that we expected them to have, but our biggest urge is to get availability for you to finalize your projects. In the inverter business, where the shortage of semiconductors led to the first issues, and there are more to come, you can expect them for the next couple of months, we are constantly increasing our portfolio so we can offer you more options to fulfill the demand you're having, especially on the inverter and storage side. So you can be looking forward to our announcement of a new big brand starting with us. Concerning modules, we will be attending the SNAC PV Power in Shanghai from the 3rd to the 5th of June 21 to get as much information possible on the next future of our product pricing and availability. The start of the year was quite well. So markets are increasing their demand. We have a very, very good situation concerning the growth of the PV industry, but now it's up to us to make our business grow healthy in this sense. So adapt to the market, adapt to these issues, and try to make the best out of this situation. I'm sure in a further future, the tendency of pricing will go downwards again, availability will get better. But until then, we have to do our best to cope with the situation. We are here to support you. I wish you all the best, and I'm already looking forward to our next update whenever there's news to communicate. Thank you very much.